All right, what's going on, guys? We're back with another video. Today is Friday. It's a little bit later today. Um, it's a little bit later today, but nonetheless, we're gonna get this video out. Today I did not take a trade. Okay, guys, I did not take a trade, and it's been frustrating. Like, because I know this week has been, somewhat iffy because I know Trump got sworn in on Monday, and he's getting into office, and maybe that could affect the markets. Just this week has been a really rough week for me, honestly. I felt like price action for my pair, which is gold, I trade gold, has been really consolidating a lot. And the moves that where they have this big push is not in my trading times. I think this is Tokyo session, so it's not in my trading times. I mean, so really, it's just been really hard to find. And if I do find entry, you know, my stop loss is not where I want it to be. So it's just been a frustrating week, guys, because the trades that I did take, I lost right this week, and the trades that I didn't take, they would have won, but I didn't take them, right? So it's just a frustrating week. But hey, we come back next week, and we get better. So going on today, right? I woke up around, let's see, yeah, I wake up around 6:30 every time. So on this blue line, this is where I woke up. So I'm like, okay. Um, I saw the big push up coming in from the buyers, right? So I saw them push up from this level because recently this was a resistance, because every time the buyers came up to here, sellers came in and brought it down, right? So I was like, okay, I woke up, I'm trying to wake up, trying to get into the thing, into my trading zone, as you can say. But so I'm like, okay, so I know the buyers pushed this up, so I want this to become a support, right? And I noticed that we had news coming up at 8:45. We had news, big news, red folders. So I'm like, okay, I really don't want to trade before that time. I really want to trade after, right? So we got this big push up. I'm like, okay, let me see if I can get a retrace down and have an engulfing of the buyers to basically shoot this up, right? So it did exactly what I wanted to do, right? So as you can see, when the sellers reached this level, the buyers came in and they're like, nah, we shooting this, we shooting this back up, right? We're not gonna let it come down to this level, so we're shooting this back up, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. I see an engulfing. I see an engulfing right here of these two green candles, these two candles. The only thing I didn't like about this one is that my stop loss, right? My stop loss, if I wouldn't went in after this green candle right here, let's see right here, my stop loss would have been 4 point. And obviously, we had news coming out at I think it was 8:45. Yeah, 8:45. We had news coming out, um, and I would have got stopped out. I would have got stopped out right here. So good thing that I didn't go in right there, just because my stop loss was in the fluctuation zone. So I don't like my stop loss there. So I'm like, okay. So I noticed sellers came in right here. Sellers came in right here. I'm like, okay. So when it reaches this level, uh, I know that sellers are here. Remember, my bias is buys, right? My bias is still buys, because obviously we had this big push from Tokyo session. So my bias is this wants to go higher, right? So honestly, the only trade that I see that I could have taken was this one right here, when it engulfed on the seller side right here, because previously I noticed that, okay, the sellers are coming in right here, right? The sellers are coming in on this level, pushing it down. So when the buyers pushed it back up to this level right here, I'm like, okay, I'm looking for the sellers to push this back down. And really, um, I could have take this trade, but it was risky on my end, because I noticed, for one, it was consolidating, and for two, my bias was buys. So really, it was like, man, do I go against my bias and the consolidating market, or do I take a chance? And I'm like, it's Friday. The markets usually are iffy on Friday. They're pretty really they're really not good to trade for me personally. Now I'm not saying for everybody. You know, you may like trading Fridays. That may be your best trading day, Fridays. But for me personally on gold, um, I find it to be really hard to really trade on Fridays because the market is just inconsistent, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna take it, but this was the best trade to take today. Um, and obviously I could have ran it to this level right here. So let me see if I would have went in right here. I like that stop loss too, 4 point stop loss. And I could have right here, I could have went in for, yeah, a two. I would have went in for a two. And risk to reward ratio a two. And that would have been perfect. That would have been the trade of the day right there. But obviously, I didn't take it. So, uh, oh well, right? So then I was like, okay, like it's getting time to my uh, and after this, after I missed this, I stopped looking at the markets because I noticed I'm like, okay, it's around 11. I stopped trading around 11, 11:30. So I'm like, okay, the big move happened. I'm done. And I stopped looking at the markets after this. But now, analyzing it, um, it retested on this level that was currently a support right here. It broke down, retested, and got another engulfing right here that I could have took and possibly took this down to the next level right here, which would have been about 6x, 5x, wherever you wanted to be. Because again, when the sellers were up here pushing this down right there, and then you got buyers coming in up here pushing this up. So yeah, man, honestly, looking back, oh man, I just I don't like when gold consolidates, you know. I really don't. I wish gold can be more of a uptrend like this, you know, or more of a trended market, man. Because man, this sucks. You go to a higher time frames. That's a 15 minute. I mean, look at the 15 minute. I mean, the hour too. Look at this consolidation on the hour. It's just ridiculous, man. Like, oh man, it's kind of crazy. But you know, it is what it is. It happens. You know, today wasn't my day, wasn't my trading day. And if we go here, as you can see, like um, I didn't take a trade today. If we go over here, as you can see, oh man, just a bad week. You know, just a bad week right here. Minus 610 for the week. So this was a great losing week. It only took 3 trades, and I've lost, you know, 600 because the trades I take is I'm gonna take it. Either it's gonna hit my TP or it's gonna hit my stop loss. So, I mean, just a bad week. Hopefully, we can rebound tomorrow. I know it's the end of the month next week, so I don't know if that would play a big factor, but we'll see. But as always, guys, make sure y'all enjoy y'all's weekend. You know, have a good weekend. Have a blessed weekend. And I'll see y'all back on Monday because that's when I'm going to attempt to trade the market on Monday. And I'll see y'all then, guys. Nevertheless, you know, always remember that Jesus loves you, man. Peace.